Hey, what's up, folks? James from Junkyard Fox. Thank you so much for joining me. Old Cuervo and I are out in a local lake fishing. Hopefully, we can reel in some dinner. In the meantime, we're going to be reviewing a flashlight. So, these last couple years, if you've been watching my EDC updates or just our videos in general, you'll know that the ThruNite T1 is my favorite EDC flashlight of all time. I would even wager that this is my favorite flashlight of all time. I really like it. It has a magnetic tail cap. It's USB rechargeable. I like the modes, the strength of it, and just the lightweightness of it. You know, that it's not too cumbersome to carry every day. So recently, ThruNite released just a newer version, an upgrade. This is the ThruNite T1S. As you can tell, they are very similar in size and dimension, though they are a little bit different in terms of, the operational levels. So we're going to be taking a look at that today, and we're going to see if I'm going to be retiring Old Faithful over here for its newer relative. So, thank you for joining me. Let's get started. So going back to the classic, I've been using the ThruNite T1 since 2019, going on 3 years, and I really just enjoy it. It's just very useful. The magnetic tail cap is very useful when you're working on your vehicle, like taking out changing a tire or working under the hood, something like that. It's proven to be very useful. It's just very sturdy. It's very sturdy. I've used it, like I said, the last 3 years, everywhere from Washington, Oregon, Arizona, New Mexico, South Texas, just so many adventures, and it's still going very strong. Now this one is very similar in many ways. It's also USB rechargeable, although this one is classic USB, this one is USB-C. So for those of you like Chris Tanner who happen to be USB-C fans, this one also has a magnetic tail switch as well, so just the same there. This one does have also a lockout mode, just like the original. And the lockout mode is just going to press it down and it just keeps it from powering on. So you don't want this to turn on in your backpack, for example, when you're hiking, or say you have kids and you don't want them to be meddling with it and they turn it on and whenever you need it, it's out of juice. There is that lockout mode. And then there's 6 different modes as well for light. We're waiting for the sun to set so I can show them in action. And then, of course, all the usual ThruNite stuff, like it's waterproof up to 2 meters. It is impact resistant for about 1.5 meters, so about 4 or 5 feet. It's going to be fine. So as long as you're not hurling this thing, it's going to be just fine. We're not having any luck with the fish, so we're just going to be cooking you right up. Meanwhile, we wait for the sun to set to show the modes. I just want to show you guys just how beautiful the sunset is today. That is just gorgeous. So here we are. The sun has set. Now, this video isn't as scientific as, some other channels that are, in their garage or something like that. But this is something very real world, something I would be using the light for on a typical Tuesday evening. So this is on medium mode right now. I'm going to go through the modes in a little bit. I am meeting up with Old Cuervo over here because we moved to a different area of the lake. We have no luck in the earlier spot. So the sun has set. In the meantime, while we wait for some kind of action with these fish, let's go ahead and get started on the different modes. So like I said earlier, this has 6 different modes. Let's start off with Firefly mode, the lowest of all the modes. It's also one that I tend to use quite often, to be honest. So you click on this button right here, hold it down for about a second, and there you get Firefly mode. So it's a very subtle mode. It's only 0.5 lumens. It'll last you 27 days. And I mean, honestly, this is through looking through the glove compartment inside your haversack in the middle of the night, reading notes like I am doing right now, looking through a map, that kind of stuff. But you'd be surprised how often I use Firefly mode. I really like it. I tend to use it more often than like say the turbo mode, for example. So obviously here I'm reading through notes. If I remove this and just aim at the floor, You can see, but honestly, the camera's starting to have trouble picking it up past like 6 feet. So it's not really meant for like traversing through anything. It's like, once again, looking inside your vehicle, looking inside your tent, that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and turn it off. So let's go ahead and click it on for low mode. Here we are. Now low mode is pretty decent. I can see pretty comfortably in front of me for about 20-25 feet. So it's about keychain flashlight level. So it's not the strongest, but it's good enough for like if you're living in the city kind of thing, you know, walking through a dark parking lot, something like that. It's fine. So this one is 71 lumens and lasts you 44 hours. Once again, this is pretty decent, not gonna lie. And the difference between this one and the T1 flashlight, its predecessor, is that the T1, you can choose the brightness on your light, where this one, the modes are fixed. There's no way you're gonna be able to customize them to your liking. So it's the way you prefer it. I kind of like the fact that I can customize the T1, where this one, once again, they're fixed. So let me hold this down to move on to medium. Whoa, we got a fish. So apologies for that interruption. A fish pulled the line and he managed to get away. He took the worm with him. So I had to rebait the hook, cast out again. Let's get back to the situation at hand. So once again, this is low mode. It's 7 lumens, not strongest, but it's pretty comfortable for me to see in my vicinity. You know, in the next 15-20 feet, I can see just fine. So let me just move it up here to where we have the bait, the worms. I have my Yuko lantern and my net. You can barely see it on the phone. I can see just comfortably, you know, in person. But that's about 20-25 feet away, and I can see just fine. So that looks good. So let me click it down, hold it down for about half a second to get to medium. Obviously, that's going to be a little bit more impressive. There you go. You can see the net there, the Yuko lantern. And this is medium. This is going to be 94 lumens, and it will last you 5.5 hours. Now, 94 lumens, that's keychain level strength right there. That's pretty good. If you live in the city, you know, this is pretty damn decent for, you know, you're walking through a dark, creepy parking lot, you know, an alley, something like that. It's pretty good, pretty strong. And then if you hold it down one more time, of course, it's going to take you to high, which is 407 lumens. Whoa. Went up. There you go. 407 lumens, and obviously that's just, you know, the very impressive right there. I can push it all the way to where you can see the street lights over there. So it goes a good distance, a good, I'd say 150 feet over there. I'm not, you know, it's not exact, but it goes a good distance. Once again, 407 lumens, and it will last you 80 minutes. So now let's go ahead and bring it back down to low. And now let's get to turbo mode. As with all through nights, you just double click the button, and there we go. Very bright, very impressive. Really cool. And yeah, you can just see, just damn, very impressive. So the turbo mode is 1,212 lumens, and it'll last you 5 minutes. Once those 5 minutes are up, because it is, I can already start feeling the flashlight is starting to get warm, it's going to go down to 317 lumens, and it'll last you 70 minutes. This is very impressive, very bright. It's extremely rare you would need something this bright, but hey, you know, just a double click away and you're good to go. So let me just bring it down just a little bit. Once again, just cycling medium, high, low, medium, high, low, double click. This goose keeps hanging around, and I'm trying to capture him, but he keeps going under the bridge whenever we shine the light at him. And then triple click if you want to get party mode. 1, 2, 3. There you go. And the strobe mode is 1,080 lumens. It'll last you 157 minutes. So there you go. All we need is Sandstorm by Darude right now. And So moving back to the T1, the predecessor that I've been using for a long time, what I really like about this is you can customize the level of light that you like. So I'm really comfortable with this for everyday carry. I turn it off, and of course the memory function, it stays there. Now in case this is getting a little too dark and I need something stronger, hold it down and it can brighten up. Once it does that double click, that's as high as it goes. So that's pretty damn good. Turn it off, turn it back on, and it remains there. Now in case you don't need it there, you'll hold it down and it's going to start dropping. Once it double clicks, that's as low as it goes. And that's it. If you're comfortable with this level, there you go. So I really like that. And then of course it's going to turbo mode as well. Boom, it ran out of juice. Yeah, but yeah, I like the infinity level there as opposed to the T1's set modes, but that's just preference, honestly. So I think they're both good. If memory serves me correct, the turbo mode on the old one is a little stronger than on this one. This one's 1,212. I believe this one was about 1,300. I'll annotate down below. So if you're one of those guys who wants just absolute power from your lights, you may like the old one better, but honestly it doesn't make much of a difference to me. I'm good with this one. So one more time, click this down for low mode, and it has a memory function as well, so it's gonna, where you left off. So low mode is 7 lumens. You can see comfortably about 25 feet away, probably 30 in person, just because it's brighter in person than through camera. You can see the Yuko lantern, the worms, and the net over there. Let's go ahead and hold this down to get to medium. There we go. Medium is more impressive, of course. Medium is going to be 94 lumens. Pretty damn impressive right there. And now let's go ahead and go to high, which is 407 lumens. Really good stuff right there. I mean, I would say, once again, 407 lumens it's pretty decent. That's really what you need. It's extremely rare. You need to go, something stronger, brighter than that. And then click it off, double click. We got turbo mode right there. And turbo mode, once again, is 1,212 lumens. It'll last you a couple of minutes before it starts warming up, about 5 minutes before it drops. And the max distance for turbo is 184 meters. So very strong, very impressive. There's something... A cat, maybe? Something frightened these guys. That's interesting. So now we know what startled the birds. It was a cat. We just saw this guy run over here. There's the guy. There's the culprit right there. Tried to snag himself a duck for dinner, and little buddy failed. Once again, real world use right here. So, I mean, apologies with all these street lights. You can't really see the, it doesn't really help the light stand out. But once again, real life use. So I have this on turbo mode right here. You can still see the cat all the way off in the distance. All right, so let me lower it. All right, so this is fine. Now let's bring it up. Medium. All right, and there's Cuervo right there. I'm gonna just use him so you guys can get a gauge of distance. So medium, low, medium, high, low, medium, high. Double click, close your eyes. So that's about the conclusion of this video. I want to keep it nice and short. So the ThruNite T1S is a great light, a great successor to the ThruNite T1. Very affordable, very handy for everyday carry, and pretty tough as well. Now, if I have to choose, am I going to replace my T1 with the T1S? I don't believe so, and it's just personal preference. They're so similar size, weight, everything. The only thing is, I do prefer this, the fact that you're able to choose the certain level of lumens. I like that. It's a personal preference over having fixed modes. That's it. Once again, personal preference. Yeah, I'm going to stick to Old Faithful over here, but this is a great light, and I also believe it's about $10 cheaper. So if you're so inclined, the link is down below to our Amazon store to purchase one of these, and it really throws a couple cents our way. It really helps us out. Also, this will be a giveaway, folks. So if you want this light, like this video and comment down below just a very brief explanation what you would use this for. It could just one sentence. I would place this in my haversack, I would place this in my vehicle, I would take it on a hunting trip, something like that, and we will be selecting a winner next week. So good luck to all of you. And patrons that are watching, we also have a second one. ThruNite was kind enough to send us 2 of them, and we are going to be having a giveaway tomorrow morning for one lucky member to win one of these as well. And also feel free to join this contest as well, so you technically have chances to win 2 of them. So there's that. And that's about it for me, guys. Once again, comment down below to enter this giveaway, and we will be selecting a winner in a week. So see you guys later, and go outside and get your boots dirty.